Hey, this is John from All the Way to 11. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at a variety of alternative cartridges that you can use on commonly owned stripper clips. What first brought me to using different cartridges on a stripper clip was actually my P64. Now, I love my P64 as an extremely concealable yet relatively powerful enough handgun. The 9x18 round that it shoots is potent, about 380, maybe a little more than 380. But the biggest drawback of the P64 as a concealed carry firearm is probably the fact it only holds 6 rounds. Now, I have 2 of these magazines, so that's 12 rounds total, and in reality you really hope that any self-defense situation you were to get into, the 6 rounds in the one magazine would be enough, and if you had to go to those other 6 rounds, then things have gone pretty bad. And if you needed more than 12 rounds total, things have gone extremely bad and is an exceptionally unique defensive situation. But because that could happen, 12 rounds really is not that many. I mean, a Glock magazine holds quite a bit more than that. So what was I going to do? I don't really want to carry around, say, a pocket full of loose 9x18 rounds for a variety of reasons. One, if you ever see a penny on the street, that came out of somebody's pocket probably, or maybe their car door. And 2, it's kind of hard to load from just a handful of bullets like that. I mean, you have to reach back in there. What if you don't get them all? Then you have to reach back in and grab some more. So really, it's a lot better. You don't ever want to carry loose bullets in your pocket. And not that I have to worry about this where I live, but depending on where you live, dropping a bullet out of your pocket might raise the ire of the people around you. So like I said, where I live, probably not a big issue, but depending on where you live, don't want to be dropping little rabbit turds of bullets everywhere. So I went looking around in what I had and what I could use, and I realized that a 9x18 round fits pretty good on a 5.56 stripper clip. Now, although it's a little loose here, but I think that's mostly because of this 40 cal round sitting beside it. Normally, they stay on there pretty good. So now we're going to take a look at the different stripper clips we have here and the rounds that fit on them. Over here we have an SKS 7.62 by 39 stripper clip. Those will hold 38 specials and 357 magnums. One of the things I really like about this is that it'll hold 12 rounds, so that means you can have 2 full cylinders. Now granted, they do hang off the edge a little bit, but they're there. And not just for concealed carry. I mean, this is maybe a little bulky for carrying in your pocket, but even just loading them up to take out to the range or putting your empties on. I mean, I'm sure there are a lot of different uses you could have for that. 9mm fit exceptionally well on a 5.56. Now, the plastic ones are a little bit better, especially when you're going to use a variety of calibers, which we'll get into here in a minute. But the standard metal ones work fine for 9mm, which you can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 9mm on there. So that's pretty cool. Same goes for 9x18s and 380s. Now you might be able to get more 32s on. I don't know, I don't have 32s. Oh, I guess we'll get to this. Now this is a 5.56 plastic stripper clip. It will hold 32, 380, 9x18, 9mm, 7.62 by 25, although you can get stripper clips for these, which will also hold 9mm, I'd imagine. I don't have any on hand, and 40 caliber. Now the 40 caliber is a little tight, and they don't fit so well on the metal stripper clips. So I would say 40 caliber is kind of but it will fit on a 5.5 stripper clip. And the plastic ones, like I said, do tend to fit a variety of rounds better than the metal, but it's just the nature of the plastic. Now this is a Moss 36 stripper clip. I really like these for your big caliber handguns. My 45 Colt fits quite well on there. Now you can carry 5 rounds, but that's a little odd, carrying 5 rounds for a 6-round gun. So if you want, you could take 1 round off and then you carry 4, then 3 of them makes 2 cylinders worth. But me, I always just carry as many as I can on it because that's how I am. Now the Moss stripper clip will also fit 454 Casull. Oh, if I can get to, 44 Magnum. And 50, get it to line up, 50 Action Express. So not that many people who shoot this probably need a cheap solution for organizing their rounds. Now 8mm Mauser stripper clips will handle your 45 ACPs. So there is one thing I will caution against though. Now I'm doing this with pistol rounds, so you don't really have to worry about accidentally loading your MOS 36 with 45 Colts or your SKS with 38 or 357s. You're probably not going to make that mistake. But that's why I said with pistol rounds. If you look at, here we have a 30-06 and an 8mm Mauser on an 8mm Mauser stripper clip. Now you put them right beside each other, it's easy to tell that they're different. But if you have a stripper clip full of either the wrong one, be it a 30-06 stripper clip full of 8mm or 8mm full of 30-06, one nice thing is these are too long. They're not going to work. Well, they're not going to go into the chamber, but this could go into the chamber, could cause you a big problem. And same goes for like MOS 36 stripper clips. This is a 308. And again, you put the bullets right beside each other. It's easy to tell that they're different. But you fill this stripper clip up with 308s and then put it in your MOS 36, that's definitely going to cause a problem. So, like I said, I don't recommend it necessarily with rifle rounds, but to use stripper clips for pistol rounds that they were never intended for isn't a bad idea. It's a good use for them, especially if you don't have another use for them. Say, for whatever reason, you have a bunch of 7.62 by 39 stripper clips laying around, maybe because you bought some SKS 7.62 surplus rounds, but you don't have an SKS, you have an AK, you don't ever use them. You never bought the stripper clip guide for it, so you're like, what am I going to do with these? Well, put your 38s on it, 357s on it. Now, I'm sure that there are more rounds that fit on these stripper clips, but these are all the ones that I had available. So hopefully you found this helpful. Maybe you can use it yourself to get an extra couple rounds in your pocket and they're not rolling around like pennies and dimes. So hopefully you liked the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs down, I guess. And if you watch some other video and you like those too, I hope you subscribe. Thanks and have a great day.